So the fourth day at the hospital was insanity. The evening was even more insanity. So I couldn't sleep again, so I'd stayed awake, 24 hours or whatever. So I figured I'd stay at the hospital and help however I could. And I was asked to take Afeni to the airport to pick up Jasmine Guy. We went, we picked her up, and on the way back, I remember as we were leaving the airport, I don't know if they still have this or not, but they had some speed bumps as you were exiting. And I was 30 back then and loved driving fast, so I was jumping a little bit over these speed bumps, and I remember both Afeni and Jasmine were giggling, and that was the first time I'd seen Afeni have a smile on her face since she got there. So anyway, I took them back to the hospital, and then Yasmin Fulla told me that she had gotten a hold of Kevin Hackey, that he had finally figured out how to get to Vegas and he was going to show up in a couple of hours. But at the same time, as we were at the ER waiting room, I saw this man come in with some luggage. It was Billy Garland. So the morning of that day, Tracy Robinson had left Vegas. Tracy was broken. She was devastated. And I think part of it, she couldn't handle it anymore. She couldn't handle the loss. She couldn't handle the chaos and the confusion. So she went back. I took her back earlier in the day. And plus we were prepping an Ice Cube video that was gonna shoot within a week. So she wanted to go back, take care of her daughter, and prep the video. In any event, so when Billy Garland showed up, he sort of showed up with his suitcases, and I don't know if he thought Suge or Afeni were getting him a room, but I don't know if he was financially not able, but no one was helping dude out. So since Tracy had left, I was like, listen, Billy, I'm gonna be here for the rest of the night through next tomorrow morning. So if you want to go stay in my room, I can take you there. So I did. I took him and he posted up in my room. And then I went to the airport and picked up Kevin Hackey. And he came out all frazzled. I don't know what happened, but dude was stressed. I brought him back to the hospital. He came in and talked to Yasmin, and then he needed a spot to stay. I was like, fuck it, I'll take you to my room, and we'll go chop it up with Billy Garland. So I took him back to my room, and we had a mini bar, so we all kind of did a couple of shots, and Billy Garland was talking about how this was the, Pac and him had just rekindled their relationship, and Pac was gonna have him out for Thanksgiving, and it was just, he was visibly hurt as well, based on what his biological son was going through at the hospital. And then Kevin Hackey said, I gotta let you guys know that I've been working with the FBI. And I was like, this shit is fucking crazy. This is like a movie. So anyway, I left those two guys and I went back to the hospital. So it must have been around 10:30 or 11 when the ER waiting room emptied up. And I remember one of the outlaws ran in and told me, yo, there's been a death threat. I called Yasmin Fulla and I said, Yasmin, there's been a death threat. She said, call the cops. So again, I was like, I was the only one in the ER waiting room at this point. It might have been a little later, maybe around 12. I call Vegas PD. I'm like, send the troops. They're going to come finish him off. We need your protection. The lady said, sir, hold on a second. She went off, came back a couple minutes later and said, sir, we're a little understaffed right now. There's a foot patrolman in the hospital. If something should happen, get a hold of him. Right? So I'm on the payphone. No cell phones. I'm on the payphone making a call to Vegas PD. And that's what they just told me. I was in fucking disbelief. I'm thinking, #1 rapper in the world, death threat, and they're not sending us any help. Mind you, Pocket shot those 2 cops in Atlanta. So my thought was, all the police in this country were against him. Anyway, I put the phone down. Crusty old white security guard was in the corner of the ER room, and he started giggling. I was like, sir, what's so funny? He said, last year, a rodeo star had broken his leg, and Vegas PD gave him round-the-clock security and 6 honey wagons for his family to be comfortable. I was flabbergasted. So I'd remembered that the hospital administrator had done a press conference the day before. And I remember Tracy and I were walking out, and what I couldn't stand is the first thing he said is, we are going to be giving an update on Tupac Shakur's condition. And I was like, this motherfucker can't even pronounce his name properly. But I had an idea. So I went back to the payphones and I called the first TV station that I could find. And I said, we're doing a press conference. Send the news van. I figured, fuck it. If someone's trying to come in here and shoot him, if I got a news person there that can at least be there with a camera, maybe it'll cause them to usher away. So first news van showed up in about a half hour. Little blondie with a camera and a cameraman and a microphone jumped out. And they're like, so where's the news conference? I was like, oh, it's going to happen soon. So they hung out maybe for an hour, gave me their card, and said, when it happens, let us know. So I called the next station, got another news van out. I did this a couple of times, and they kind of hipped on the idea that a press conference wasn't happening. So that was it. That lasted only so long. But in my mind, a bunch of dudes were going to roll in there with AK-47s and shoot up the whole fucking place. So I'd never been so scared. Then we went into the wee hours of the morning of the 5th day.